Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new episode of Random Ass Combos with Twilla and what? They're not coming? Okay. I will replace the person. Unfortunately, Twilla's supposed. I'm going.
Or supposed.
Has not showed up yet. Because years ago, they tried to have me come in and do this podcast. I said I was going to be behind the camera working on the script, but I guess I'll come in to fill in for her guests. So here I am.
Here you are.
Here I am. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's my booty clapping right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gave into that one, huh? Hi. Welcome.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Uh-huh.
On this next podcast.
Yeah. I'm thinking about changing the name Random Ass Combos.
I thought we call it RAC.
I think I'm about changing it from RAC.
What do you want?
I think I need something fun. Like, you know, bubblegum cactus bubblegum podcast, you know? Something that if you look it up is going to only find us. Mm-hmm. Random ass conversations, a lot of things can pop up, you know?
But nothing with RAC and with Twills and Lack. That was you, RAC with Twills and Lack.
But it doesn't say nothing about podcasts.
Oh.
Right?
You right.
And random ass could be the subtitle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like testosterone uterus podcast. You'll find that. You'll find something that's like they would never find these two words together, like an oxymoron. Like brilliant idiots is fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oxymorons are attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why we started our first short film was True Lies. Mm-hmm. The Truth Lies. Mm-hmm. That was a fun. Ooh, what is this about?
Right.
If it was like,
the She Him podcast. That's not.
My God, yo. I promise if I Google that, it's 9 of them.
This is a brainstorming session. It's supposed to be a safe space.
The Safe Prison. Get some oxymorons. Throw out some oxymorons, y'all. Give us another name for our podcast. We're gonna start the year off with a new podcast.
It's still gonna be us.
Well, Twilla featuring somebody else, because apparently.
That's why I have to copy that. It's Twilla featuring somebody else.
Copy that. Hasn't had a new episode since.
It's called Seasons. 06. It hasn't had one since November. Thank you very much. Season 2 will be coming out soon.
She said you're glowing. They give you compliments. I ignore what you said.
Oh, thank you so much.
Jamoya.
Mm-hmm. Y'all always coming in.
Come. Had to take a break from IG to connect with the real and true in my life. I'll be back soon. Who's you talking to?
Like taking social media, a break from social media.
You don't say who she's talking to though.
Oh,
because I knew
there's a conversation going in
there.
It wasn't for you.
Okay, that for you was a lot of.
Saliva. It wasn't for you.
Mm-hmm. Dry saliva. Right?
No.
The crunchy chewing gum.
Hey, can y'all just throw out some suggestions? I'm not liking what I'm hearing right now.
You haven't said nothing yet.
I said she, him.
You're sticking with it, aren't you?
I mean, I'm also thinking about, because we're like opposites, all right? Mm-hmm. And so like personality traits there. Lackful. Full.
Whatever you find, I'm Googling it. Much to talk about nothing. Much to talk about no. Oxymorons.
I'm brilliant. I'm smart. I'm powerful. Intelligent. I'm coming up with stuff about me, and then you throw stuff out about me. Yourself. Talented. Cute as all get out. Silly.
North Carolina Buckeye.
That sounds sacrilegious. Don't sound like nothing these Carolina people do.
Where are you from? What city are you from? What city are you from? Because now you got to explain yourself, don't you?
I'm from North Carolina.
What city are you from?
I am from...
Here we go.
Durham.
Stop right there. You about to say another city, weren't you?
No, I was going to say I'm from Durham.
Durham.
North Carolina.
Dating Durham.
Dating who?
Dating.
Dayton?
I was doing dating.
Oh.
Dating Durham. Because it's playing off of dating.
That sounds like we're like a relationship podcast.
Dayton Durham. See? Because it's Durham. That's what it is.
You want to say
Durham
Shelby?
sucks.
Durham does not suck.
Durham sucks.
First and freaking foremost.
Dayton Shelby podcast? Because Dayton can have the playoff.
Why does Dayton have to go first? That's the problem.
Shelby Dayton?
Better. Already.
Shelby Dayton round the mountain where she come. Shelby Dayton round the mountain where she come. I like bold locks. Ooh.
Bald locks.
I like that. Baldy locks.
Baldy locks.
Come on.
Thank you.
Yeah, who did that one?
Aaron Smith, bald in the locks. Okay.
Baldy locks. That was a combo of all of them.
I appreciate y'all about that.
Baldy locks.
Because,
BOP, Baldy Locks podcast. What you feel, Twills?
it's kind of cute.
You like it?
It's kind of cute.
Locks?
Yeah.
So you only can get bald people in here, okay? Or people with locks.
Well, that's a problem.
Because I'm not coming. This is the last episode.
This is the last one.
Tell you the last one. Baldy locks.
Is that in your contract?
I haven't signed the contract.
You did. You know how you trust me with all the business stuff?
Why do you make it like we have a business together?
Do we not?
I definitely pulled out because I didn't want to get that thing pregnant.
You know how I sign all the paperwork?
I am not a part of this podcast.
So you think you're not?
I'm not a part of this business.
You think you're not?
This is a farewell tour. This is
the IRS says otherwise.
This is my yeah. Okay, people like baldy locks.
Baldy locks? Ooh, I can already see the font type. Oh, this is good. Mm-hmm. This is good.
Yeah, because I think random ass comments. It doesn't sell. After 2 years, what's your podcast called? Is it?
Well, it's also Dion be like, I got a little podcast with Twills.
But it's also you shrug your shoulders when you say
random ass convos.
It's like it's just random ass convo. What's it about?
Random ass convos.
Yes, random ass.
Whatever.
I want EP credit. Hold on, man. You was a third wheel of this. It went from Aaron. Aaron was the first one that did it. Bald in the locks. Mo said bald locks. Then Big Sis Chris said baldy locks.
We could send you a shirt.
We gotta see. Can you do a vocal logo with the AI thing to see what baldy locks look like?
What do you mean vocal? I just that type
verbally tell them, or you can tell them that. But I wanted the people to see it.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. See, you just.
I don't have this on my phone. What I've been using recently.
Okay. Well.
Have you ever? It's all in Bing.
Bing.
Bing
come back like that?
It's coming back.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm rousing applause for the reinvention of Bing. Yahoo has not picked up the slack at all. Yahoo MySpace has not figured it out. Google has reigned supreme over all search engines. MySpace, hold on, what is it? Ask Jeeves, Bing, Explorer, what is it? Safari. They have not figured. Do you just surrender and say I'm never going to be as popular as Google? Google Chrome.
Let's see what happens. It takes a minute. Let's see what it comes up with.
Yeah.
All right, Mo, y'all. It's good seeing you.
Mo. I'll take 5%. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That was good, though. That was a... It's still working.
I'm still having tailbone injuries, y'all.
Dion, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm still having tailbone injuries. It's not a fun situation because it doesn't feel muscular. It doesn't feel like bone. It feels like.
But I feel like the chiropractor made it seem like it was like bone.
I just feel like it's the nerves around my bone.
Oh yeah.
My spine.
I'm sure that that will definitely do it.
I got a pinched nerve or something.
Yep. Well, that's how when I have my sciatic it be doing.
Yeah.
And I hate it, so it's not great.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing better. I'm sorry, friend.
Yeah, I keep it quiet because it brings the room down. That's what people are signing off right now on the podcast.
Because you decided to talk
So,
about
he
your
talking
injuries.
about booty. I'm out of here.
I thought booty sold.
Well, would you tune in to my OnlyFans if I was talking about? See what I'm saying? Look at you.
I mean, like the question is, would I tune into your OnlyFans? We cool.
But why?
We're friends.
Why aren't you interested on my journey of healing about my tailbone?
Oh, so you're not showing anything?
I have to.
Dion.
I have to show the crack at least.
Dion, we're friends.
What's the difference between showing a plumber's crack and when is it too much? Okay, check this out. All right, here we go. Look. You see that right there? If you saw that, is that inappropriate?
If I have
my butt.
Yes.
Of my butt.
I don't want to see your butt crack.
Listen to this. Is this inappropriate?
Yes.
Just if I squat down, you see this much of my butt. Is it like, yo, you gotta chill?
That just be like, pull up your pants.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I just happen to, it slid down more like that.
Dion, pull up your pants.
That's inappropriate.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
I didn't moon you.
Might as well.
So if I'm showing just a little bit, like, yo, this was happening in my tailbone right here, y'all. I need to show y'all. Y'all see that right there? Is this inappropriate?
Why are you showing me the actual tailbone and not the X-ray?
Why can women show their butt on Instagram? But look,
I don't follow them either.
Here we go. Watch this. What if I showed my entire butt? Hear me out. But I had a piece of yarn up my crack. Now I have a thong.
Do you want to wear a thong, Dion? Is that what we're getting to?
I don't have a tailbone injury at all. I just want to wear a thong. I just want to wear a thong.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to wear a thong.
Oh my gosh.
Seeing any part of your butt is inappropriate. Man, come on, man. Y'all true. Jamoya's mad late. Pull slacks. Cameras be blocked out. Oh, that ass. Come on, man. What are we doing this year? Why are we doing this?
Reminds me of the one time you showed your butt on TV.
I never did that. That didn't exist at all. I did it as a kid when I was in high school.
Like you literally showed ass on the silver screen.
On the silver screen. I was a part of the Illuminati. So I had to do it.
And then what happened?
And I didn't pay my fees, and then they dropped me.
See, I thought they gave you money.
No, it's a fraternity. They said,
okay,
if you don't do this, we're gonna do you. And I said, please don't do me. They're like, we'll show your butt. And then I did it, and then they said, okay, we got a hit. And they said, if you do this, your life is gonna change. On the movie Haunted House. And I said, cool. It did not change.
So they lied to you.
They lied to me.
Wow.
And they said, you got to start this fraternity by paying $27.50 a month. and I couldn't keep up with the fees.
You
And they
couldn't
dropped
keep
me.
up the fee.
So that's why I wasn't in any other movies after that.
Wow. You got the horrible Illuminati package.
Yeah. But I did cut my hair and my sideburns. I got myself a beautiful, ugly face, a light-skinned wife.
Okay. He said weird face.
Weird face. Light-skinned wife.
So you got part of the package. You just didn't really pay off for
I got
you.
the starter package. It was a 14-day trial period. And then they said, can you run a 4.5 and a 40?
So, whatever you may or may not believe about Illuminati, I'm curious to know, like, when people come back telling, like, you know how Kanye was like, all talking, and then like in the Cat's interviews, whenever it was, he was like talking or alluding to Illuminati. Well, he said it straight up, and it's like, what is supposed to happen now? You're just telling all.
Yeah, it's not an NDA. Yeah, I'm sure they has an NDA, right?
Right.
But I think just like any cult, this is a safe space right here.
Safe space.
You're not Illuminati, are you? Okay. So I think just like any cult, there is tell me some information about you. And once you provide enough dirt on yourself, they will start to kind of bless you with things. And they say, now you're part of our tribe. Just like that TV show we watched like back in the pandemic was The Vow.
Yeah.
And they get you with a lot of blackmail stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're a part of this. So if you ever come clean with anything, this is coming out.
Where do they meet? What are their meetings?
I'm sure it's very innocent.
You're like, hey, we about to go hang out at so-and-so's house. And then all of a sudden there's a blood ritual that happens.
Yeah.
Like, is that what happens?
And then you get a tattoo.
Oh my gosh. I'm just really like, did you listen to church today? So when Stephanie was talking about like the party she used to host, or they asked her to host.
Well, she felt very corny telling that story, by the way.
Really? But I just was like, girl, I need more details. Like, who was this person?
Right.
And what exactly was they doing?
Yeah. Why was she so ignorant? How did she not catch on?
I don't think I would have caught on.
Yeah. Well, you guys are cut from the same cloth.
Definitely wouldn't have caught on.
Yeah. What? What's about to happen?
You want to do who?
You know this person is married, right?
How dare?
Yeah. I sadly, I think a lot of people have numbers, but also we do have this. You will lie to yourself when it comes to I didn't know. Let's put a pin in that.
Right.
There is tens of thousands of people who have came across the whole situation with R. Kelly. I'm certain.
Tens of thousands?
Tens of thousands.
I would say hundreds.
Okay, let's give it hundreds. Hundreds. I'll give it hundreds. That came across like, I see something weird, but he's making me a hit record. I'm not going to voice my opinion on it. I watched it like, oh, they wilding in there. I'm going to move away. That, like you haven't said anything.
Right.
You just kind of like, you're not questioning. Like as many hits as he wrote for other people, many songs and many like produced, like nobody said, because he has eyes around him all the time.
Right.
It has to be assistants, friends, girls. Nobody said, "Hey man, this is weird."
Right.
People was like, "I'm just gonna say something." So pin in that. So going back to like if somebody say, "Hey, here's $5 million for you to run this particular club." I can see you like, hey man, I'm taking the money, but I'm not gonna be a part of this. So I get what she's saying about I don't want to be associated with this, but you will find ways to get yourself out of like, I'm not a part of this. I got my coins and I left.
So that's the question. I'm glad you said that, because listening to it, I was like, I want to ask Dion this. What is the line of compromise if you know like your soul or your reputation. Like there's something at stake. So what is your actual line? Like you're like, well, I'll facilitate the parties since they know about it, but I'm not going to try to be a part of it. Or it's like, that's completely against all my morals and beliefs and everything I'm set up for.
Sure. How was that against your morals, though? What was she doing? She's like a party planner, right? Like she creating a flyer?
No, like it was more so like getting all the people in place, paying the people to be there, like setting it up, like the full event planner, if you will.
I don't know. What is that considered? You encouraging a crime? It's not a crime, is it? Was it a sex party?
Yeah, part of it was a sex party, but it's also like, and it could have been deeper because she only alluded to some things.
Right.
But I'm saying like, where are if you're like, because think about that now, she's a pastor. Yeah. If it ever got out that, oh, she used to organize these type of parties, like that's not a good look.
Sure.
So how like certain things that you choose to do or try to turn your head away from, like can actually come back and bite you in the butt in the future.
Right. But it's also before I was, though. There's a lot of pastors who used to be gangsters and killers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So she wasn't a pastor. She said she had no interest in being a pastor at the time. So even if she was the king of planning sex parties, it still was, this is my testimony.
Okay. But I'm saying, what is Dion Lack's moral compass on certain things?
Yeah, I'm going to answer that. I'm more so, what is the issue if she was the producer of a sex party?
That goes against what she believed at the time.
Right.
So she was still doing something, and it made it feel like a little bit more sinister than the actual sex party. It felt a little bit more sinister.
Okay.
But, and covert. But she was saying, you know, like, oh, I'm not about that. And they're like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. They know what it is. She's like, that's against what I believe in or what I want to be associated with. And so that was the compromise.
I would say, what is my compromise? Where's my moral compass? I do think about brand.
Eternal damnation. I tried to say it more sinister.
I do think about, if this goes viral, you know, what's the worst that can happen? There's a video I had edited maybe like a month ago, and I was like, it's like on my borderline right now. I shot it and everything, and it's been sitting on my computer. I was like, I don't know if I should post this or not. Very funny. I laugh at it all the time, but I was like, I don't know if I should post this or not. But if it's not hurting no one, you go first.
I was gonna say, let me ask you this as a Christian, because I don't know if you've ever experienced this with putting certain content out and doing the creative stuff, or just in general. Like, if anybody ever said to you, "Oh, you a Christian?"
Oh, you a Christian?
Have you ever gotten that? Oh,
that's a terrible thing to.
Exactly. So,
golly. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see if I'm at a sex party and they say, "Wait, you a Christian?"
Right. My hair's doing something funky, but it's okay.
What is your line of?
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, you know, I'm asking you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm very clear on things. Like, one, I have like a certain guilty conscience, but it's like something. If it doesn't promote brand, or if it feels like I'm compromising, like if I always take something, like, for me, if I had to be like, now I got to explain this to God, and I couldn't really like I'm like, so, you know, like, God, you know all things, but, you know, like, I really wasn't doing it. It was just like me they wanted to do it, and so I helped. Like, you know, anything where I feel like I have to separate myself from the actual thing that was happening, then I know I'm wrong. Like, you know, like if I couldn't just like talk to God about it and be like, so this is what it was.
If you was producing it or directing something like that, it's still a problem?
It's a problem. I got invited to work on the porn awards, refused. Like, it's just not, and at the end of the day, sure, you can say it's a brand, but for me, it's like, what do I want to be associated with? And it's not necessarily just what I do here on earth, but it's also like people who look up to me, people who, like, I don't feel like I have to compromise. Like, I know that's an industry, and that industry is going to thrive, and it doesn't need me to thrive, and I don't need it to thrive. You know, like, sure, there might be money involved, but, you know, not all money is money for me.
What if it's a story? It's like, hey, I need you to do this sex story movie.
Like, what do you mean? Like
we're going to do we want you to direct the Harvey Weinstein movie.
Okay.
And you already know what all entails with that.
So it's not the act of sex.
I get it.
Yeah. It's like, I think also, but this is also like the type of content that creator that I want to be known for is like somebody who's telling important stories that adds like, that's telling a voice or a situation that happened. And, you know, like with the Harvey Weinstein story, what that fallout was, but what that victory meant to so many victims, that sort of thing. Like, I could find a powerful story in that. And I don't think, like, in the telling of that story, I don't have to show everything that happened. One, because why would I re-traumatize people like that who went through it? Like, you don't always have to show everything. I think you can show stuff, but I don't think you always have to. And I'm fine with telling that story, even though it's not a pleasant or a happy story to tell.
What if they had a documentary of this sex party? Would you be in the interview part that says, this is what happened, this is how they approach me? Or would you be like, I don't want to be associated with that at all?
Again, I'm for truth. So, like, if it's something exploiting, but if it's like something, I would have to know, like, what's your point in telling this story? Are you trying to glorify this? Because I don't want part of that. But if you want to know, like, you know, like, what are these type of parties like? Or how did you come across this? Like, I don't mind that. At the end of the day, I just need to be able to sleep. And, you know, like, not disappoint God. Not disappoint my Heavenly Father.
Disappoint God.
Because that's a big thing. You laughed about it.
No, you said not.
Oh. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I think you stumble across things like Aaron just asked, we're talking about the Illuminati stuff, doesn't it happen at the parties? Like, I don't expect to get like a written invitation that says, hey, this is the Illuminati party. This is your chance, I think.
This is the party.
You might just get the invite, hey, come through to so-and-so. And you might see stuff that you disagree with or doesn't sit right with you. What are you going to do?
You know what, man? When I tell you swindlers are great. They find ways to get you in there. Find ways to make you smile. If I was like, hey, man, I saw what you did. I'm a huge fan of your work. I would love to invite you to my party and meet some of my partners. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, nothing wrong.
You go to the party, they get there and they're like, hey, this is the girl I was telling you about. She's amazing. I want to connect her with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth or Gwyneth?
Gwyneth Paltrow. And Diane Keaton to create this new movie, and I want her to direct this, blah, blah, blah. How does $5 million sound for the pilot? You'd be like, okay, that sounds fun. That sounds cool. And then
$5 million for is this the budget or my pay? What's the budget?
It's the budget.
For the pilot? Okay, I can work it.
Yeah, it's the budget.
Okay.
All right. And you're like, cool. And now you already going and tell people your story. Testimony. God is good. God is looking out for me. God is this. Hey,
I signed paperwork already?
No, you telling people stuff.
I'm not telling people. I'm dumb. But continue.
We something, all right? You're already excited. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then now that you got your money, you've already cashed your first check and everything. And now on set, they're like, is it possible that you can kind of tell Gwyneth to remove more clothes or something like that? You're like, that's not my direction. I'm not a fan of that. I want to keep her integrity. And we get the director. I kind of want this because, blah, blah, blah. We need this sort of thing because I want to combine what your vision was with kind of mine. I'm the executive producer, and I kind of feel like
this is TV?
This is for Cinemax. This is for
It's
Max.
television?
Yeah.
You kind of have to go with the executive producer. But I would be like, well, can we talk about the vision a little bit? Because springing it here on set.
To talk about
springing it on set is kind of like a thing.
I've already talked to the sex coordinator. She agrees.
Can I ask what you think let's talk about the full vision. Like if it's of course I'm there for art and art's sake. I'm there for it. But, I just want to understand your full vision so that when I'm directing, I can kind of get a better sense. Because we didn't talk about this in the table read.
Oh, yeah, we did. Because now that I'm watching the scene, I kind of feel like we need more topless on her. And she has no problem being topless. And
I'm just curious why.
She has no problem. I've already spoken.
I just said why. Why?
Okay. I swear we should have went with Marco DiCapris.
Maybe. You tell me why, and then I know how to better direct.
She's an issue. You know what? We're done here. I think we're done.
I already cashed my check. We got lots of money. Laughing all the way to the bank. Yes, yeah. I am.
You doing that for camera?
Standing on business is hard. It's hard. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you train in with little things so that you be ready for the big thing, and it doesn't necessarily get easier. It's just like know who you are and why you're doing stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, again, not anti-topless. Like, I really just want to know the entire vision. Like, how did that move the story forward?
I kind of want to see it. I've been a huge fan of her work. I mean, he only have a reason. I kind of want to see it. I've seen her movie Chocolate Leaves, and she was topless then. I looked at her contract. She said she's fine with it. I think this is a good time to show her.
So now I feel like you're just a perv exploiting her.
I don't need for you to say that.
I said it.
I am a perv. I'm not going to say that out loud, but I'm like, I kind of want to see her cook breakfast topless. Like, that has nothing to do with the scene. It's like, well, she's at home. She's at home, so I kind of...
Hey, Gwyneth, can we talk about your character a little bit? How do you think she moves about her house when she cooks? Like, what is she wearing? Like, let's talk about this.
Don't you think
Hold on. No, I would like
the
to...
executive producer? You trying to lead the witness? No.
No, he was trying to lead the witness by saying, don't you think? How do you see yourself in this moment in the kitchen? Would you be comfortable trying it?
You know, I was thinking that.
Okay.
Me too.
Well, then I think you two are on the same page. Let's try it that way.
She is unruly. She is uncooperative.
Well, you have to keep talking to my agent and my lawyer to get me off this job.
You know what's the worst, dude? To get fired when y'all have already shot like 3 weeks of work. Just like the guy who originally played Back in the Future, the original Michael J. Fox.
There was an original Michael J. Fox?
Yes. There was another Michael
J. Fox?
It wasn't Michael J. Fox, but it was another dude.
Who was it?
I can't think of his name. I'll pull him up. But it's a dude that shot like 2 weeks worth of work, and it was like, you and Christopher Lloyd, y'all just not.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't have no chemistry.
Oh, man. He just like, 3 of them? Could have been me. Like, is he a known person?
You'll see his face. I'm
okay.
I'm gonna pull him up.
I'm like, is he just like, I'd be so bitter.
Eric Schultz.
Oh.
This guy. See, all the scenes.
Wow.
Look, all the scenes they had with him.
Dang it.
Yep. Look, all the scenes. They just shot all them again. They shot all the mugs again.
Dang it. Sorry, dude. I feel sorry for you.
They even did it all over again. The side by sides is
He was
crazy.
Like, my life is about to change.
Yeah, and to get just like this, hey,
No, you don't even get that. Your agent calls you.
damn,
Hey, Mikey, Eric.
damn.
Before you go to set today, swing by my office.
No, say it ain't so. I heard the rumors from the grip.
From the Greek?
From the grip.
Oh, from the grip. Yeah, it's holding production. We're having some talking issues, but I'm talking it through. So if you're thinking about going to set, don't.
Oh boy, I was looking forward to the eggs Benedict and the Caesar salads.
Yeah. Me too, buddy.
What if he showed up and you already seen Michael J. Fox there? Is that my stunt devil? No, that's you.
The trailer don't have your name on it anymore.
They're taking a little slide out. They're taking the slide out.
Wait, no, you can't even get on set. They took your name off the drive off. Drive off. I'm
Eric Schultz.
Eric Schultz.
What's happening?
Back to the Future. Oh, BTF.
Yeah, you gotta have the code name. You got the dark glasses on? What do you mean I'm not on the list? What do you mean you're on the list? Hey, Tom, they say I'm not on the list. Got trying to catch you while you was at the house. I tried to catch you. Oh, God. You won't answer your phone. Nigga, it's the 80s. We don't have cell phones. Of course you wasn't going to catch me.
Oh, my God.
I wanted to go run this morning. Yeah, that's the worst.
Dang it.
You're my agent. You're supposed to save me on this. It's not you, bro. You just weren't doing what else he play after that? You weren't doing what you supposed. That movie, that whole movie series is a documentary because they tried to do a sequel because the first one was a hit, right? The second one, the father from the original one was like, I need more money, right? And they was like, I think we can work without you, right? So they used his likeness, but also used other footage from the first one to tie things together.
So he was supposed to get paid for that.
He did get paid for that.
He did?
He ended up suing Spielberg.
Yeah.
And then I believe, I wish I could figure this out. I believe in the third one, they replaced the girl, his love interest, because she wanted some more money or something like that. But yeah,
Money be taking these people out.
yes, dude. That's why Friday didn't have Smokey.
I didn't even realize that.
You didn't know that Smokey was not in next Friday.
No. As in, I didn't know it was money things. I just thought it was scheduling.
Because so before I was just like, hey, my Epps looks weird. they changed their name to Smokey. So after Friday, if you go to Chris Tucker's IMDb, I think his first movie he did was like Jackie Brown, and then he did like a Black Panther movie, and then it was Friday. I'm sorry, House Party 3.
Okay.
So Chris Tucker was kind of like moving up.
And then he did Rush Hour.
He did Rush Hour.
Yeah.
He did Money Talk.
Oh, yeah.
He did Fifth Element. Like he was moving, right?
Wait, Fifth Element was after Friday?
Let me take a look at the timeline of what happened. So, Dead Presidents.
Dead Prez.
That boy was cooking.
Yeah.
He was cooking. So I'm sorry. He did Meteor Man first. House Party 3. Panther. Friday, right? Dead Presidents. Now he moving.
Oh, yeah.
Dead Presidents.
Yesterday's price.
Fifth Element. Money Talks.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie Brown. Rush Hour. Rush Hour 2, right? So let me see when Friday. Do you remember when Friday 2 came out? I think Friday 2 came out maybe.
It was late in the game.
Yeah. So now, I'm sure they was like, hey, we got to do a new movie. He's like, you got to talk to my agent.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I'm down. Just hit up my agent.
Right. And they was like, because they did that movie on like a shoestring budget.
Yeah.
It was super cheap.
Yeah.
Don't quote me. I think
know
it's
it wasn't a
about
lot.
30,000, something like that.
I know it wasn't a lot at all.
There's a lot of favors.
Yeah.
And the original house party. The original Friday movie house became such an attraction to LA. The person like took the money for using the house, changed it all around.
Yeah.
So when Friday 2 came, they was like, we gotta shoot somewhere else because it's not even recognizable. Either we build this house all over again, or we gotta go somewhere else.
Right.
Because you can't even fake a neighborhood because across the street we had Miss Parker, Stanley was next door. The house, everything was customized to this neighborhood.
Right.
To a T. So they was like, we got to get out of here. Only we got to here, we got to say, hey, we going to Rancho Cucamonga, so now we can start over with a whole different look, right? So, yeah. I don't know why I said that. Why was it?
Chris's budget, or the budget?
Oh yeah, so everything just pretty much changed because that movie, the Friday became a cult classic,
right?
And then because it became a cult classic, and because Chris Tucker started making crazy amount of money, he was like, we can't afford.
Right.
And now New Line Cinema was like, okay, we're going to give you a bigger budget. Can we get Chris back? It's like, we can't afford Chris. So if you think about it, Chris Tucker could play all Mike Epps' roles. I'm not roles, but his part.
Yeah.
So they had to figure out a way to rewrite a few things to make it to his cousin versus his best friend.
Right.
Yeah, because that was like that they were building uphill because we can't share the same house.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We don't have Chris Tucker.
You're like, y'all don't want this.
And how did Debo end up in Rancho Cucamonga?
Well, because a black flight or a white flight, not white flight, gentrification, black people all start moving out anyway.
Yeah.
Palm Desert, Rancho Cucamonga, San Bernardino, they were just moving out there. So
got out of jail.
He couldn't afford it anymore.
Yeah. He got out of jail and said, I got to find Craig in Rancho Cucamonga. And my brother, who was in jail with me, ironically, has the same cockeye. Debo wasn't even...
I forgot about that.
Debo... Friday 2 was so weird, man. It was so weird. I hated how they figured out a way to get to Rancho Cucamonga because he was like, Craig, hurry up. Whoa. And the little music, whoa. And he fell into the dog poop. And then he got into the car and was driving. It's like, this is becoming slapstick. And I hate when movies do really well, and then now they got to add like a wacky look to it.
Right.
Like, you can tell the difference between Friday 1 and Friday 2 because it felt very organic Friday 1. Second one, he had that big blue FUBU 05 jersey, and all the colors were real bright and stuff.
Yeah.
And it felt very like House Party 2, the Jammy Jam. It felt very...
I think,
bubble gum.
Yeah. I mean, because you got a little budget, so now you can give it a look. What people are like, what we actually appreciated about it was like how it was shot, and you didn't need to glow up on this.
Right. And Friday 1 was so organic. It was, we woke up, we're here. We woke up here, eating breakfast, meet the family. Chris Tucker come to the house, break yourself food. They come outside. Why are you still here? You see Debbie outside running. Hey, why aren't you at work? This is what happened. It was very organic. Yeah. Friday 2 was just like scenes. It was like, let me go to Day Day was getting pepper sprayed by his girlfriend. Let's go to work. Smokey was, Day Day had Pinky was doing the dog cross street with the Mexicans.
Yeah. I think, and it wasn't even like a real like treat, if you will. Like
it was a bunch of scenes, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know how we got there. I don't even know how we got there.
I think we're done. We're talking about money. Money changes people.
Oh, yeah.
From Back to the Future to the sequels. It's like, hey, because that first movie was a hit. Back to the Future was a hit. Friday was a hit. I said, now we got to come back. We got to come back again.
You know what I hate about Hollywood?
What?
Like,
when Hollywood gets attached to it.
Yeah, or like, it doesn't give it. They don't try. They don't give new stuff really a chance because they're like, this worked 20 years ago. Yeah, this is gonna work again.
Sequels and reboots are beast in Hollywood.
Yeah, and it just shows. I mean, like, it's a business, but it's like we're scared of not using the same formula. But if we use the same formula, like action movies are like the same movies in different settings. Like, it's nothing.
You know, also budgets scare people. Yeah. When we on a shoestring budget, we only can write and shoot according to our budget. You go from $1,000 budget to $1 million budget. Now you like, we gotta add that helicopter scene. Right. It's not even. It don't even make sense. Right. Like we got to hire a stunt coordinator. We got to hire this for this fight scene. Like, but stick to your roots. Like, but also budget scare people because it's like we got to use all this money or it's gonna go.
Right, because if somebody like, but it's also like the process. Write the script. Let us know how much you think you need. So if I'm like, hey, this movie is definitely $100 million. We're gonna spend. I need $100 million.
You just forcing stuff now.
And you're like, last time you spent $5 million.
Right. Right.
What are you talking about?
Right. Right.
Well, this time we want to.
I'm gonna connect with Fubu.
Right.
And see what type of brand deals we get. It's always funny. You see them like, man. Last time I had a Corona like this is when I was at Nanica product placement.
And then and also like certain name actors. Well, this time. You know, we have to get, and that's $8 million right there. Right. Like, that's half my budget right there. Yeah. And it's not necessarily the greatest payoff.
Right. Just like, why was Cardi B in Fast and Furious? Why? They just be like,
why was Meg Thee Stallion?
Yeah, on She-Hulk.
Yes. I love Meg. I was so mad at that.
We gotta put them in there. Put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely love that rappers are in movies for no reason.
Which is the worst, the Fast and Furious series or the Saw series? As in terms with how they got ridiculous with budgets?
I would say, which is worse, Fast and Furious is worse.
I hate to agree with you.
Fast and Furious is worse. Because if movie one was this ridiculous, I've been fine with it. Movie one, they were mechanics. And that was it. They were just normal people. You would never think that a mechanic would dive out of an Abu Dhabi, Dubai building across to another building.
It's just it just got more and more
how to do this.
Yeah, like the first two were like.
Yeah. I want to know where. I got to watch the movies in order and say they had passed the threshold.
Right.
They said, now we got to top this.
Right here.
I think five might have been the, oh my God.
Which one was 5?
5 was the best one. 5 was when they robbed Rio and they had those 2 dangling money banks dragging. They stole dudes all his money out of the bank. Yeah. And obviously that's ridiculous. And you just see a big vault driving down the street and these 2 cars are knocking people out who's following them. That can never happen. Like a vault, a money vault is minimum. Right. Like 10,000 pounds. And they had a car dragging it down the street, knocking buildings over. After that, it was like, we got to go bigger.
More. We need more.
Then the whole plane situation with the longest runway, you know? Yeah. Then somebody controlling all the electric cars with a remote controller.
How do you think the writer goes into the situation? He's like,
They gotta watch the last movie and say, I think we can go bigger.
like, is it sober or is he high?
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, you definitely.
Got to smoke a little something.
Yeah, a lot of something. Yeah.
So what if? What if? Hear me out. Outer space.
What else you got? It got to be more than that.
Okay, but cars.
Okay, not a spaceship. Ooh, hold on. You talking about a spaceship car? So you mean to tell me when they get to space, the car won't implode because there's no? How are they? They're not be able to breathe. Wait,
You're not thinking.
Wait,
You're not thinking with your mind.
You can't. There's no sound in space, right? How are they able to communicate?
Don't worry about it. The people don't know that there's no sound in space.
I think we're on to something.
These are the movies. Anything can happen, bro.
You're right. The question that I have is very simple. These are criminals, right? I would say first 6 movies, these are criminals. They didn't get their record expunged from the RAC until like 7 or 8. How are they traveling across the world with a passport?
Aren't their passports like, what you call it? Faked or something? I can't remember.
Fakes,
Fraud, phony.
Their face recognition.
Oh yeah. See, I believed it.
They didn't even show them ever get on planes. They just popped up in Rio. They just popped up in Egypt.
You have connects.
If you have private planes, sure, show that. Show that you have a hookup that's traveling, that's flying you from here and there.
You gotta think with your mind.
What does it say? Definitely some what?
Smoke in the atmosphere during these conversations.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There it is.
That's
man.
funny. Well, that was
fun.
That was fun. It's definitely random ass combos.
Yeah.
For sure. My favorite thing to do.
What's it called? Baldy locks?
Baldy locks. Did this thing ever create one? Or do I have to go in? It still
Never made it.
It never made it.
What's that on the side?
Oh, it still says creating though. These are the other things. I sent you those.
Okay.
Maybe I should have left it on the page. Well, we're wrapping up this episode of Random Ass Convos with Twills and Lack. Oh, it's supposed to be RAC with Twills and Lack, but it might just be Baldy Locks the next time we do this.
The bold, the bald, and the beautiful. No, that's already somebody else's. I
was like, am I the beautiful?
No, you're definitely bald. Thank you guys for watching so much. This is another episode of RAC, soon to be Baldy Locks. Thank y'all for tuning in and sticking around for so long. We appreciate y'all. We're going to go another 19 episodes. We're not. Thank you guys. See you guys next week. Tell us your favorite part of this particular podcast. Write the time code down, at least 1 minute and 30 seconds of it, so we can put it on Instagram. We don't know what we'll be talking about. We don't know where we were talking about. But if you're watching it right now, this is the part you want to repost and show some love to. Thank you guys so much. Toodaloo.
Be sure to like and subscribe. All things Lacktoast at LACKTOASTENT on Instagram.
And make sure you guys hit that notification bell.
Yes.
So when we post, you know when we are on.
Yes. And when we go live, you can join the convo.
Boom.
Boom. Until next time.
2 fingers in your face.